I don't like okra. I don't eat okra. I don't like it. It's slimy. I don't like the taste of it. I'm not really a fan of okra. And no matter how much my mom has tried to instill okra on us growing up, I never used to like okra. Even till now, till date, me and my siblings, we don't eat okra. Except if you're about to die of hunger, that's when we not eat okra. But you see me like this, I don't like okra. Hello everyone, my name is Natalie and welcome to the Kitchen Legacy. Today we are going to be making okra, bacon and tomato. It's a Southern American dish. It's quite simple, it's straightforward. The recipe tries as much as possible not to let the okra become very slimy, which I think it's good because I don't like anything slimy. I can eat seafood okra, stir-fried seafood okra because of the plenty celery inside, but basically anything okra, especially bagbo fofo. Hey Jesus, okra pepper soup, that's the one I don't even. No matter how you cook it, you use dry fish, you use crab, you use big ipa, I will not eat it because I don't like it. But anyway, let's go straight to the recipe and let's start cooking okra, bacon, tomatoes. I've never heard of it. I don't even know how they used to eat it.
So we're going to be needing margarine, about a tablespoon of margarine, and pepper. We mainly use Cameroon pepper, salt to taste, and we're going to be needing 2 large tomatoes. So we're going to be needing about 500 grams of okra and some bacon. So for the okra, we want to slice it very thinly because we are going to boil it, so that any form of sliminess in the food, we are going to try as much as possible to avoid it. So we're just going to be slicing the okra very thinly. So to know if your okra is fresh, the top should snap like sharply when broken, so it should not be hard to the touch, as that will indicate that the presence of fiber is there. So you know that when you get okra from the market and when you open it or you try to grate it, it has all those long thread in it. Yes, that's like fiber in it. So when it's really strong and when you touch it, it's not like a bit soft, you know that this is not a good okra for you to buy from the market. It has a lot of fiber in it, so you should try and avoid that kind of okra as much as possible. So if you can see, my okra is quite fresh, so there's no form of fiber in it, and it's easy for me to just slice easily. So I'm using fresh tomatoes, so I want to go ahead and dice them into small bits, and yeah, that's what we are doing next. So what's the situation of tomatoes like in your side? I know tomatoes is like gold right now. It's pretty expensive. It's like some people are saying they are getting it for 40 something thousand, 50 something thousand. Like, I'm running out of tomatoes really fast now. I bought mine in I think February, and I bought it for like 20k. I can't really remember, but it was quite cheap for a very big basket of tomatoes, and mine is running out quickly. And like, I went to the market recently and they told me 4 seed of tomatoes for 500 naira be 1k. Yeah, 5 seed of tomatoes for 1000. And I was wondering, like, have we gotten to that situation right now in Nigeria that things are pretty expensive? And I'm hearing that it's going to be like that for a while. So I don't really know what to do. Maybe I would just use carrots to make stew or cucumber to make stew. Wow. So it's time for us to cut our bacon. So I'm using a lot of bacon to make this, because I really don't know how I'm going to eat this bacon okra tomato. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of okra, so me trying okra is like but because there is bacon in it, I think it's going to be manageable for me to really eat it. So I'm using a lot of bacon in it. I just want to see lots of bacon as I'm eating it, so it's easy for me. So I'm just going to cut this bacon into smaller bits. This is the pork bacon. Yeah, I think this is the pork bacon, but it has like a low amount of fat in it. It's more of like the meat, the fleshy part of it. So yeah, we're going to be cutting this bacon into smaller bits. So we need to boil our okra. So in order for us to boil our okra, we need to boil some water. So we're going to boil some water first. So when the water start boiling, then we can now add our okra to it. We are going to be adding salt to our water. So we want to cook the okra in salted water, so we are adding salt to it. So now that the water is boiling, we are going to be adding our okra to it. Now the trick is you don't want to stir the okra when it's boiling. Just leave it, let it boil. You don't want to stir it, so just let it be. In a hot skillet, you want to add your butter, your 1 tablespoon of butter, and just stir it around the pan so that it can help to make it melt on time and distribute the butter around the pan. So we are going to fry our tomatoes lightly in the melted butter. So we are just going to stir fry it, just fry it a bit, and take it out of the pan when it's ready and keep it warm. So our okra is ready. So we want to drain out the slimy water out of the okra, so we get rid of that sliminess from it. And don't forget, we did not stir this okra while it was boiling. We just let it boil. So our tomatoes has been slightly fried, so it's time for us to set it aside and keep it warm while we get ready to fry our bacon. So our bacon looks good and it has been fried really well. So it's time for us to set this aside and get ready to add our okra, our cooked okra, to the pan. So we are going to fry our well-drained cooked okra in the remaining fats before we can now add our bacon and tomatoes later on. But for first, we are just going to stir fry this a bit. So you want to avoid stirring as much as you can, because what stirring does is that it makes your okra draw very well or draw more. So we want to avoid stirring this um bacon okra tomato meal. So I'm just adding some Cameroon pepper to it. If you've been watching our channel for a long time and a couple of videos, you know that we mainly use Cameroon pepper. Why? Because it adds a very good flavor to our meals, and it's not just the spiciness, it gives it that smoky flavor also. So I'm just adding salt and just stirring for the last time, and yes, your food is ready and ready for you to eat.
So guys, we are done making the okra bacon tomato, and it's time for us to try it. It's not slimy, like it's really not slimy, because of we had to boil the okra and drain it. We didn't stir it while I was cooking. We tried as much as possible not to make it slimy, which I actually like. It's like jollof rice but in okra form. You can see the bits of the tomatoes inside, and there's a lot. One thing I really like I'm sure I surpassed the 2 slices of bacon that I asked for. I added a lot more bacon into it because I really didn't know how I was going to try it. But yes, we have our okra here, and we have I'm just talking long because I'm scared to try it. That's why I'm talking plenty. So I think I'm going to first try. I'll try the bacon first. Bacon is very sweet. It's time to try the okra. Let me take small first. Let me take small, so that in case. Not bad though. It's not bad. It's actually, it's really nice. It's really. Okra is seasoned perfectly well. You can taste the Cameroon pepper. If you've been so long in this channel and been following us along, you know that we use a lot of Cameroon pepper. We don't make use of chili pepper. We make use of smoked Scotch bonnet or Cameroon pepper, and it really gave this okra a different, taste and a different dimension to it. And when you taste it, there's a lot of flavor going here. So the butter was, even when the butter was in the pan, it had this very nice aroma that was coming out. So butter added its own flavor to it, or the margarine, the Cameroon pepper, the bacon. There's so much texture and flavor in this dish. So much is going on. You will not even know that you are eating okra, because it's not slimy, which I really like. I like the fact that it's not slimy. Am I going to eat this again? Probably no, because I'm not an okra girl. Is this something that I recommend? Yes, it is. It is really nice. It is. I would like to add shredded chicken to this. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us, watching this video. Thank you so much for following our journey. Please, we are trying to get to 1,000. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Please subscribe so that our followership base can increase and we can do more of this content for you. So thank you so much for joining us, and see you in our next video. Bye bye.